Hello, this is Joyful Spirit bringing you another Diablo 3 video. This time around I'm gonna play my Demon Hunter, which is my main character, and I'm gonna show you the hunting path for Act 2 on Inferno. I start off at the Soulstone Chamber, which is a third waypoint of the Black Soulstone quest. This is where I start up so that I can kill Zoltan Kulle as quickly as possible. He's just so easily accessible. I can just go to him and make him dead whenever I want, and that will be when I get 5 Nephilim stacks. Let's go back to town and start up at the beginning of the hunting path. And while I'm hunting, I'm also gonna talk a little bit about the cool changes of the new 1.0.4 path. This is the Black Canyon Mines. This is where I start off, and the reason is because, well, there are 2 reasons. The first reason, there are 2 elite packs guaranteed in this area. There's just gonna be 2 elite packs, and this is not a big area, and this is not a particularly difficult area. The monsters are quite pleasant, quite easy to kill, which you can't always say for every Act 2 monster. Act 2 can be quite a bitch, actually, and there are a few places that are nice for farming, even though the Act is overly unpleasant. And Black Canyon Mines is one of these places. It's just nice. Let's just grab this kill on the Fallen. Fallen champion has fallen. I'm gonna skip blue loot in this video just to make the video a little bit more dynamic, just so you don't watch me sell items, but you actually see all the action. And let's just walk around, and I usually don't play with bola shots and cluster arrows and Rain of Vengeance, which is what I have right now. But in the 1.0.4, a lot of skills got buffed, skills that were cool, but they weren't used because they were weak. Like bola shot. It's a cool skill, it's a cool idea, and I want to test it out. I want to screw around with it. I love that this patch has brought so much variety. Oh my god! Now that was scary. Alright, let's just talk a little bit less and focus a little bit more on the game, especially when I'm killing elites. So yeah, I want to screw around with bola shots. I want to screw around with clustered arrows, cluster arrows that are loaded for bears, because it's just cool. Look at this. It feels impactful when I'm shooting this cluster arrow. It just feels really cool to use. So I'm glad Blizzard buffed them a little bit. It's just good stuff. It did bring me back to the game. I haven't played for a month, which is kinda... I did play better a month ago. If you're watching me and you're like, well, this guy sucks! I did play better a month ago. It's just, I'm just coming back to the game, just remembering the stuff I used to do. So I've got 1 Nephilim stack. There should be another elite spawn soon. And yeah, I am kind of rusty, but I did come back to the game because of the 1.0.4 patch, because of the cool features, because they made a lot of skills viable, so that I can actually experiment. I do like variety. I don't like repetitive farming of the same areas over and over again with the same skills over and over again in the same way over and over again. I like variety. I like screwing around. I like cool stuff. This is why I'm gonna use Rain of Vengeance for this video, because it's cool. It's cool to rain arrows on enemies. And anyone who tells you otherwise is a big fat liar. Yeah, let's try to stay alive as well while killing this. Oh, whoa, let's really try to stay alive. Yeah, that wouldn't be wise to die. Let's just finish this guy off and go on with our farming. I always enjoyed longer paths rather than shorter paths, so I'm gonna show you a short path, and then I'm gonna show you how to expand it into a longer path. Road of Alcarnus, our next destination. Road of Alcarnus, here it is. Road of Alcarnus. Why do we go for Road of Alcarnus? That is because it leads to Alcarnus. Now, call me obvious, but it does lead to Alcarnus, okay? It does. And in Alcarnus, you can find really nice and friendly 2 or 3 elite packs. That's what you find in Alcarnus. They are friendly, they are nice, they are easy to kill. If you're a little bit under-geared for Act 2, but you still want to farm it, Alcarnus is the spot for you. There are cultists, there are Hellions, there are the guys with maces that have really easy to dodge attacks. This is a really pleasant area for you. This is really easy. This is probably one of the easiest areas in Act 2. So definitely go here, and this has 2 or 3 elite packs guaranteed. Really good stuff. So after Road of Alcarnus, after the Alcarnus, you probably will have 4 or 5 Nephilim stacks. which it would be almost, which means you would be almost ready to kill the Zoltan Cool boss. Let's go to the other side of these guys and just shoot them. Just shooting them. I'm kind of forgetting to use my Range of Vengeance because I'm not used to it, never used it before. Just to satiate your curiosity, before this patch, before I started screwing around, I was running around with the traps. I believe they were called spike traps, and it had a rune that allowed you to spawn 3 traps at once, which I believe is the freaking most overpowered skill in the game. If you can aim the traps so that every of the 3 traps you spawn hits an elite, you can like take 1/3 of the elite's hit point with one hit. It's ridiculously strong. This triple spike trap, if it is called spike trap, just so good. I always used it. But I do like cluster arrow. I do like how impactful it is when I hit the cluster arrow. I can feel the impact. I'm definitely gonna play around with the cluster arrow a little bit more. It's just so cool to use it. And it has been buffed. It is strong. Whoa! Jailing me in the wrong moment. Almost died, but I'm still fine. Jailer Mortar is quite a scary combo, but nothing I can deal with. Nothing I can't handle. Nothing I can't pwn with my cluster arrows, with my bowler shot. Taking care of this elite, that's the way to do it. Alright, going down. Did he just walk into his own mortars? I wonder if they take friendly damage from that. Probably not, that would be too easy. You can just run from him and he would meet his own mortars on my path. So that's 4 Nephilim stacks. I should meet 5th elite here as well. And then I'm just gonna grab Zoltan Cool, because it's so cool. So this is the short path. Just Black Canyon Mines, Alcarnus, and then Zoltan Cool. That's the shortest and most efficient, I believe, path you can take in Act 2 when you want to farm for items. It is quite pleasant and easy as well. Compared to some other places, it is really easy. Like, it's quite hard to survive in the caves with spiderlings. Gosh, spiderlings! Seriously, I'm gonna tell you all about spiderlings later on. But right now, someone's talking to me. I believe I'm gonna kill that guy later. His name was what? Belial? I don't even remember. I killed so many demons. I can't even remember your name. You stupid lord. You are gonna taste some of my vengeance. I like being a dark and not evil, but well, dark demon hunter. And looks like there is no elite, which I am not happy about, because I have 4 stacks. So I'm gonna show you my spot. And by my spot, I mean spot that I discovered early on when I was farming Act 2 on Inferno. A spot that guarantees you an elite pack very close to the entrance. This spot is in the path to the oasis, but you're not gonna go to the oasis. You're gonna go to the sewers, to the ruined ruined cistern. What is a cistern? I gotta Google that word, seriously. What is a cistern? Yeah, basically, there's an elite pack that almost always guards this entrance that is really close. You're just gonna find it in a moment, anytime now. Elite pack, where are you? Did I just make a fool of myself? Oh, there's a treasure goblin, treasure bandit. Not always spawns here, but it's a nice addition. I'm gonna take what I have. Let's just bowler shot him to death. Yeah, so this elite should be here. I would have expected him already, but he's somehow, I don't know, lagging behind. Maybe he just has a tea with some... Oh, wait a minute! He almost escaped me. I just started talking and forgot about that guy. There's the elite. There's my bees. Yeah, bees can be quite annoying, I have to say. They're not the easiest monster to kill, but it's okay. Nothing I can't deal with, nothing you can't deal with. Ouch! I'm losing strength. Would be a... Alright, they're dying anyway. So I did skip one beat. One of the champions just fell behind. I'm gonna grab him. Just for the Nephilim stack. Where is he? He's hiding behind the skeletons, or yep, he's hiding behind the skeletons. I knew he was gonna grab the tea with some of the skeletons. Finishing him up. Grabbing the stranglers. I wonder what the stranglers are. They're like... probably gloves. Maybe the idea behind stranglers is that I put these gloves on and it's easier for me to strangle enemies with my bare hands. Maybe that's what the stranglers are. And by the way, if you're wondering about my gear, you might be wondering about my gear. When I'm watching other people play Diablo 3, I always wonder about their gear. So what I do gear-wise is... Yeah, let's grab Zoltan cooldown because I have 5 stack. What I do gear-wise is I grab a two-handed crossbow with over 70% critical damage. Because I have a passive skill on the Demon Hunter that increases my critical chance by a lot, so I hit a lot of criticals. And if I pick up a crossbow, a two-handed crossbow with elite damage, with critical damage, it scales like crazy with my passive. And then there's also a passive that increases critical hit damage with if I have a double-handed crossbow equipped. So two-handed crossbow, I believe, the optimal choice for the Demon Hunter. That's why I have it. And then I just focus on critical hit and critical damage in all the equipment pieces I can, and go for the usual armor, resistances, and that kind of stuff. That kind of jazz. So Zoltan Cool, pretty easy. 2 or 3 items that he'll drop 2 or 3 blue items when you have 5 Nephilim stacks. Easy to kill, easy to access. So this is the short path that I've just taken. Now I'm gonna show you how to expand that path, how to add additional areas. And incidentally, these are the areas with achievements I need to have.